author Lincoln Crisler, and it's the 3rd of April 2010, kicking off my my April book tour. It's the first stop at the Eastside Barnes & Noble in my hometown, El Paso, Texas. I'll be sharing the signing with Tim Markitz, a fellow author that I met a few months ago on the internet when he sent me some review material. Great guy. Really looking forward to making a good new friend and maybe making a little money and a few new fans. So we're here, and there's the sign, and here's Tim.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, would you look at this spread? And we're pretty much about ready to wrap it up. Here's the aftermath. There's what's left of the battlefield. And there's Audra.
Passing sightings.
Say bye to everybody, Tim.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. So yeah, freaking signing was a blast. Tim sold out of all of his books. I sold out of Despairs and Delights, and probably sold about 10 copies of Magic and Misery. I think everything went well, all things considered, especially considering that, well, most of my fan base here in El Paso has already bought my books. So most of my copies were sold to complete and utter strangers who had so far not had the pleasure of reading me. So phase 1 is complete and everything is great. Smooth sailing ahead, hopefully. Hey, it's me again. It is April 10th, and I'm on the way to the Barnes & Noble at the Mesilla Valley Mall in LAS CRUCES, New Mexico for the second stop on my book tour. This is probably the stop I'm least optimistic about out of all of them. In El Paso, I've got a decent following. I'm from there, and I was signing with another guy. In Riverside, well, that's where my wife is from, so I anticipate a good turnout there. And in Phoenix, the new date that I just added, I got lots of readers in Phoenix and people that I'm friends with from the horror community there. So I'm pretty sure that I'll have a good turnout there and probably a really good after party, or at least a good after dinner. Las Cruces, well, it's about an hour away from where I spend my time. One good factor in its favor is that it's in a mall, so lots of good foot traffic. They're gonna put me near the bookstore entrance, but we'll see what happens. I mean, if I'm there for like an hour and a half and I don't sell all the books, I'll probably try to move over to the other entrance and get access to some of that foot traffic. We'll see what happens though. Let her rip. And I'm here a little bit early, despite a little bit of a mix-up with the Jack in the Box. And here's the pretty little newsletter sign-up sheet that my daughter made for me. And I remember my business cards this time. So, there's everything, and it looks like we're set. So the signing went about as well as I expected. I pushed out about 13 copies. Not the same level of output as the signing last week in El Paso, but I expected that, because like I said, probably not as many people from Las Cruces as familiar as people in El Paso are with me. Nevertheless, I did sell a number of books, had some great conversation, and a couple of people did in fact come by the bookstore because they had heard I was going to be there, or at least had heard of me in passing. So definitely a resounding success, and I can't wait for next week in Riverside. Bye. It's the 17th of April, and I'm signing today at the Barnes & Noble at the Tyler Gallery in Riverside. I threw my back out yesterday, and I didn't get to California until 3 o'clock this morning. And my son got up about 3 hours and 45 minutes later. So I'm sore and tired. I wish to God I'd never figured out how to reproduce. I already asked my wife to murder me and she refused. So let's make the most of it, huh? So here we are, a couple hours later. I'm awake now. Coffee is such a magical thing. And we will see what happens. Say hi to my brother-in-law. Hi, Barry.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. So, let the good times roll. Well, today ended up a lot better than I expected. I actually sold out of all my copies. Not too bad for the start I got off to this morning. Next stop is Phoenix on Friday. I'm really looking forward to it, and that'll wrap up the April signing tour. Then I'll have a month to cool off before getting back into the swing of it in June. So I'm back from the trip. No Phoenix signing, but the other three are good. Everything I hoped they could be. Learned a couple good lessons about distributors and how quick the bottom can fall out from under you. Ran into some good friends that I met in social networking sites, made a lot of new fans. Learned a couple new tricks that I'm going to use in the conducting of later signings. And that's about it. I've got 2 signings nailed down right now for the month of June. Shooting for anywhere between 2 and 3 more. We'll see what happens with that. I do another one of these documentaries. And that's all I got about it. That's all I got for now, actually. You have fun. I know I'm going to.